Okay, I was asked to do an accurate scaling of Gilgamesh from the Fate series. Unlike most of these scalers who actually just go do research for a couple of hours, then post scans or whatever, I have actually completely read all these materials in canon. And not only have I read them, I mean I've read anything about them. Like, if there's a visual novel or a light novel, the original source, I have also read their manga and anime adaptations. So yeah, and when I say this, I don't just mean like Fate Stay Night as a whole. I mean Stay Night, Hollow Ataraxia, Apocrypha, Strange Fake, Khalid Liner Prisma, Grand Order Arcade, Kara no Kyokai, El Meloy, Extra CCC, Extella Link, Mahoyo, Tsukihime, the original and the remake, Melty Blood, the original and the remake, and etc. So I am more than qualified to do this skill. So alright, let's just jump right into this. Also, heads up, this scale is really only going to be about Gilgamesh's most powerful things. I'm not really going to do any of his physical skill because, well, anyone who knows Gilgamesh from Fate knows he's not a physical fighter. So now, let's jump right into it.
Stay with me, little bitch, yeah, you know that I'm your man. You be capping like a snitch, no thoughts, won't step. 2 hoes, 10 toes, new guap, got them banks, new whip, new chips, new kicks, Jackie Chan, she bad bitch, no bag. I just hit another liquor, she be counting all rest, and I be feeling hella rich, no Brian, I step, about to make another hit, God, bitch, in my life.
I'm going to be talking about Aya and Gate of Babylon mainly. So first, let's start with Aya. Okay, first of all, and I cannot stress this enough, Aya and Excalibur are relative to each other. This is stated not just once, not twice, not thrice, but in 4 separate materials that Aya and Excalibur are relative in destructive power. Aya does not greatly surpass Excalibur, and I already know what they're gonna say, but Aya always beats Excalibur, so it has to be no. This is what I mean by y'all should read the novels instead of just watching the anime or taking ideas from Reddit or shit. Because if you actually read the visual novel, you would know that they literally explain why Aya kept beating Excalibur. Gilgamesh can take the energy from his items inside Gate of Babylon and put it into Aya to boost it even further. But by itself, Aya is equal to Excalibur. And even then, you could actually argue, in fact, it's not really an argument, Nasu confirmed it, that Saber can boost Excalibur using her mana burst to make it equal to Aya. So for all intents and purposes, these two are equal, so they scale relative to each other. Saber's best fit with Excalibur to date is that time she incinerated the entire Mount Fuyuki, and since Aya is relative to it, this would mean a blast of Aya should be around mountain to mountain plus in destructive power, and I already know what they're gonna say. But a strange fake, it was said Aya will destroy the world and all the Earthman had to know. This is why y'all need to read, because if you actually read the manga, you would be able to see the previous page and know this is not the story or the narrator or the narrative saying this. This is Tine, this girl, Gilgamesh's master. You can see where her inner monologue starts. This is all her estimate, and even worse, in the novel, the actual light novel for Strange Fate, they outright state that it was as if the world had filled its power. And keep in mind, this is still all her idea. This is not a confirmed fact. So no, Aya doesn't have the power to destroy the world. But I know what y'all are gonna say. But Aya has the ability to destroy the no. This is why y'all need to do your research. Aya's material literally explains why it's anti-world. It is because when Aya spins so fast, the wind it generates becomes so dense and pressurized, it tears through the fabric of space-time, kind of like dragging blade or a scissors through paper. It is not attack power, it is hacks that makes Aya anti-world. In terms of attack or destructive power, it is on the same level as Excalibur, plain and simple. The fact they've said this 4 times, but Fate fans still will not admit this, is just baffling to me. Next, Gil's Gate of Babylon. You see, Gil's legend states that he collected every treasure this world had to offer, and as such, it became a conceptual paradox in that no treasure that exists after his birth can exist without first originating from his gate of Babylon. In fact, his gate of Babylon has become such a conceptual paradox that even Gil himself doesn't know how many items are in there anymore. And gate of Babylon is Gil's main offensive power. However, Gil is a stupid dumbass, so he doesn't really use it properly. Instead, he fires the items inside like arrows. It's the whole reason he's the actual class, everyone knows this. The maximum number of portals Gil has been stated to be able to open is in the hundreds, and this was literally shown in his battle against Enkidu. Now, let's scale how destructive Gate of Babylon is. The best use of Gate of Babylon that we can measure its destructive power is when Gil fought Richard the Lionheart. When he fought this guy, the dude literally kept spamming his noble phantasm, which was A plus anti-army, as you can see in his material. In order to circumvent and survive this, Gil had to channel all his treasuries in Gate of Babylon as he was firing into a straight line by using his chains to manipulate them. So yeah, that means we can scale Gate of Babylon in terms of destructive power to around a continuous spam of A plus anti-army noble phantasms. And we know from Fate Apocrypha, Siegfried's Balmung was able to cancel out Karna's Brahma's Kundala. And why is this relevant? Simple. Because Brahmaster Kundala is literally stated to be strong enough to rival a nuke in destructive power. And Sieg's Balmung cancelled it out. And guess what rank Sieg's Balmung? A plus anti-army. So that would put Gate of Babylon to around nuke levels in destructive power. And then keep in mind, he can spam this shit because it canonically takes quite little power for him to use Gate of Babylon. So if I'm scaling normal Gilgamesh, where would I put him? Well, considering Gil's AI rivals Excalibur in power and Excalibur rivals Altera's teardrop photon ray, which is literally her channeling the divine wrath of Ares to smite her enemies. This would put Gilgamesh in divine spirit levels of destructive power, or pretty much large city in destructive power. So basically, I would put normal Gilgamesh around here, top servant or divine spirit or true ancestor or dead apostle ancestor level. You want to know what those means? I may do a video later if you all say so. But keep in mind, this is still just normal Gilgamesh and I'm running out of time. So if you all want me to do a scale for CCC Gilgamesh, and please say you do. I have been wanting to disprove the skills on that guy for so long because it just shows none of these guys have ever even played CCC, or they won't say the crap they say about him. So anyway, let me know if you all want to see that. Like and follow me. Check out my Twitter because I do a lot of these threads, and I'll see you all next time.